place, of course. The musical. No, Urinetown, the place is... Well, it's a place you'll hear people referring to a lot throughout the show.
You hear the news? They carted old so-and-so off to Urinetown the other day.
Is that so? What do you do?
Oh, such and such I hear.
What do you know? Old so-and-so.
It's kind of a mythical place, you understand? A bad place. A place you won't see until Act 2, and then... Well, let's just say it's filled with symbolism and things like that. But Urinetown the musical, well, here we are. Well, now it takes place in a town like any town that you might find in a musical. This here is the first setting of the show. Like the sign says, it is a public amenity, meaning public toilet. These people have been waiting for hours to get in. It's the only amenity they can afford to get into.
Say, Officer Lockstock, is this where you tell the audience about the water shortage?
What's that, little Sally?
You know, the water shortage, the hard times, the drought, a shortage so awful that private toilets eventually became unpickable. A premise so...
Whoa, little Sally! Not all at once. They'll hear more about the water shortage in the next scene.
Oh, I guess you don't want to overload them with too much exposition, huh?
Everything in its time, little Sally. Oh, you're too young to understand it now, but nothing can kill a show like too much exposition.
How about bad subject matter?
Well...
Or a bad title even. That would kill a show pretty good.
Well, suffice it to say, little Sally, that in Urinetown the musical, people have to pay to use public bathrooms in order to take care of their private business. That is the central conceit of the show. Okay, hold on to a little bit. Better hold your penny and unto the fee. We can't have you cleaning for free. If you do, we'll catch you. We never fail, and we never bother with jail. You'll get Urinetown, off to go to Urinetown, away with you to Urinetown. You won't need bail. Now later on you'll learn that these public bathrooms are controlled by a private company. They keep admission high generally, so if you're down on your luck, you'll have to come to a place like this. One of the poorest, filthiest urinals in town.
And you can't just go in the bushes either. There's laws against it.
That's right, little Sally. Harsh laws, too. Well, that's why little Sally here's counting her pennies. Isn't that so, little Sally?
I'm very close, officer. Only a few pennies away.
Aren't we all, little Sally? Aren't we all?
Excuse me, sir, but can you show me the way to the private corporation that runs these public bathrooms?
You mean you're in good company?
That's the one.
And you'll meet the man who runs your good company later, but that there is his daughter.
It's quite a ways from here, man. This here is the bad part of town.
So it is.
But if you squint, you can make out the headquarters rising above the skyline.
The gleaming tower on the hill?
That's the one.
Gosh, it's beautiful.
You most certainly are.
Pardon?
It most certainly is.
Gee, I'm already late. Well, thanks ever so much for the directions and such. Bye!
Anytime.
Well, we've talked on long enough, I imagine. Enjoy the show.
You are humble on
Humble audience, you have come to see. People can be free, people can be free, can be free.
First act lesson hour.
First act lesson hour.
Don't assume you're fine. There often is a line. This is Urinetown. One rest here at Urinetown. It's unisex at Urinetown.
Pasco, and that means you, old man Strong.
496, 497, just a few more. Oh, penny for a piece, sir? Please, sir, spare a penny for a morning pea, sir.
What's that, child?
Or a nickel or a dime?
Out of my way, I've got peas of my own to tend to.
But,
I haven't got it.
Then go get it.
Come on, Penny, I'm good for it.
That's what you said last week, and I still haven't seen Penny one. And it's Ms. Pennywise to you.
Bobby, reason with the woman. I'm a little short this morning.
No shorter than yesterday. Must have grown.
He's my pal, Miss Pennywise. Can he come in for free just this once?
Get your head out of the clouds, Bobby Strong. No one gets in for free.
Now, Miss Pennywise, we all had to make special arrangements with people in high places over the years. Why not let this one be ours?
if old man Strong gets in for free, then so do I!
And I!
Quiet back there. No one's getting anywhere for free. Don't you think I got bills to pay? Don't you think I got taxes and tariffs and payoffs to meet too? Well, I do. And I don't pay them with promises, see, pay them with cash. Cold, hard cash. Every morning y'all come here, and every morning some of you got reasons why you ain't gonna pay. And I'm here to tell you, you is gonna pay.
But Miss Pennywise!
No buts about it, Bobby.
In the name of God, Penny, what difference could it make?
What difference? Times is hard, cash is tight, you got the right, I've heard it all before. Justice once is once too much, but once at once, I'll wanna once more. I run the only toilet in this part of town, you see. Cause if you got to go, you got to go through me. It's a privilege to pee. Water's worth its weight in gold these days. No more bathrooms like the olden days. Come here and pay a fee for the privilege to pee. 20 years we've had the drought, and our reservoirs have all dried up. I take my bath now in a coffee cup. I boil what's left of it for tea, and it's a privilege to pee. Now politicians in their wisdom saw that there should be a law. Now politicians taxed the toilets and made illegal public urination and defecation. So come and give your points to me. Write your name there in the record book. The authorities will want to look if you've been regular with me. If you pay the proper fee for the privilege to pee.
But Miss Pennywise!
No, what's about it, Bobby?
Privilege to be.
Got a sweet-looking face and a nice to see you around. But this man ain't getting it for free. Not this
I
time.
can't wait too much longer, Bobby. There's no telling what I might do.
You think you got some kind of right.
Kind of right, kind of right.
You think you'll come in here and go for free.
Go free.
The only thing you'll get is no for free.
So free.
I'm a business gal, you see.
See,
I sell the privilege to be. The good Lord made us so we piss each day until we piss away. The good Lord made sure that what goes in man must soon come out again. So you're no different than from lowly me.
But Miss Pennywise!
No, Bobby.
And I think I'll charge you twice.
No need to jeopardize the position.
Or better yet, have you
I'm
arrested.
through with all this deceit.
Since you prefer the law gets to stand, and in your in town you'll see
Not have the
why
time.
it's dumb to fight with me.
There's no ways to live, I tells ya. No ways to live.
For the privilege to pee.
whole thing here today, Strong?
I did what I thought was necessary.
Grab a mop, Bobby. Never thought I'd live to see the day.
Breaking the Public Health Act is an exiling offense, Strong.
Quite exiling.
And what if it is? I feel better now, and that's all I care about.
Oh, Pa.
Always knew we'd get you in the end, Joseph Strong. Take him away!
Oh,
Pa.
don't forget me,
I
Pa.
won't, Pa. I won't.
And tell your mother I love her.
I will, Pa. Ma, Pa loves you.
Oh, God, what have I done? Remember me, Bobby!
Remember Bobby, what became of him, how he indulged a whim. Remember how he made a mockery, he shunned the crockery, off to the dockery. Don't be like him.
What became of him? What do you mean by that?
Just keep your head out of the clouds is all I'm saying. Good day.
All right, who's ready to pay?
Oh, it's $11, but okay.
Me too.
Me too. Oh, okay, Bobby Squirrel. I'll wait there forever, just so as long as you let us pay.
Oh, Pa. What's to become of you?
Back to work, Bobby. Morning rush is on.
Where's my dough? Isn't that what we're all asking ourselves, Senator? Where's my dough? From the cop walking his feet to the little baby asleep in his mother's arms, we're all asking ourselves the same question. Where's my dough? And by dough, of course, I mean money. I gave my speech. Now where's my dough? Oh, there'll be plenty of dough for everyone, Senator, once the new fee hikes bring through the legislature.
Well, I was hoping to wait for the vote, well, on my next fact-finding mission to Rio. I wouldn't want to be around here when the new fee hikes freeze through anyway.
You think I've gone too far this time, don't you, Fit?
It's a powder keg out there, Clydwell. This time I think it's going to blow.
Daddy?
What? Oh, darling, I thought you'd never get here.
Sorry I'm late, Daddy. I left just as soon as my exams were finished.
Oh, dear, how's everything?
Oh, fine, Daddy, just fine. Feels great to be done with school. Finally.
You see there, Mr. McQueen, beautiful, big-hearted, and now a brain full of the best stuff money can buy.
Well, if the stuff in her head is nearly as big as the stuff in her heart, I'm sure she'll be running the company in no time.
That'll be all, Mr. McQueen.
Yes, of course.
Well, Hope Clydwell. And all grown up, too.
Hello, Senator.
Come to join your father's little operation?
Oh, it's just a fact/copy position. First day.
Oh, fact/copy girl. Well, your father said something about bringing on a new fact/copy girl, but he neglected to say how beautiful she would be. Beauty. Oh, you're so beautiful. Even as a little girl, I always
Oh,
thought...
Fit, that's enough. We won't keep you, Senator. It's a big day. I know you'll have your hands full on the floor of the legislature, what with the fee hike vote and all.
Well, you don't have to worry about that. By tomorrow, I expect that my hands will be full of money.
Oh, they'll be full of money. We'll all be full of money, provided the vote comes through.
Well, the vote will come through as long as you come through with the cash.
No worries. They'll all be full of cash, and provided the vote comes through.
There's no need to worry about the vote.
We understand each other.
Yes, very well.
Well, let's meet the staff, shall we? Staff! Staff, this here's my daughter and our newest fact/copy girl, Hope Clydwell. Hope Clydwell, the good people of You're in Good Company, or UGC, as it's known for short.
Hello, everybody! Hello!
Oh, darling, say a few words.
Well, it's a great company, and I hope to help you make it even greater.
That's right, Hope, darling. That's absolutely right. For you see, ladies and gentlemen, 20 years ago, we came to the people of this community with a simple proposition. You look the other way. Why, we run this company the way we see fit. And I'll keep the pee off the street and the water in the ground. Now, Hope here has come to join our little operation, helping us to keep that promise. So I want each of you to promise me that you'll treat Hope like the Clydewell she is. For one day she may be standing in the shoes you see me wearing tonight. The Hope, the shoes I wore when I made that promise so many years ago. I saw gray skies all golden and cold. I saw gray skies and made them rainbow. Now those skies aren't so bleak to behold. They're still gray, but they pay for your salaries tenfold. I took this town that formerly stank. I took this town and made it smell swine. I made Flushy mean flush in the bank. I'm the man with the plan, and so who should you thank?
Mr. Clydewell.
Who, me?
We're so thankful
Shut
for
up.
that faithful love. You're a Toreador, and this house that you bought will be home for much more. We really know it.
You may be right there.
Mr. Clydewell, you've got riches, which is just what we need. Say hail to you, you've got the buckets.
I can bring in bucks by the buckets.
You're the master, you're making money.
Faster still than bees making honey.
You're Mr. Clydewell. Gosh, Daddy, I never realized large monopolizing corporations could be such a force for good in the world.
You do. Charging fees as we please, it's alright, it's not wrong. Charging fees as we please, it's alright, it's not wrong.
That's my daddy! That's my dad!
You're making me blush now. Big finish, people!
Mr. Clydewell, you're so lovely, lovely, perfect and bright.
Continental yet unpretentious.
Fancy-free and so conscientious.
Wise a trend, tough as a mountain.
If it's great, you like a mountain. You're Mr.
All right, staff, back to work now. Thank you very much.
Gosh, Daddy, they do seem to adore you. So then why do I feel so confused?
Well, nonsense. Did I send you to the world's most expensive university to teach you how to be confused? Or how to manipulate great masses of people?
To manipulate great masses of people, Daddy.
And that's exactly what we're going to do now. Get faxes.
And copying.
Oh, hold there, hold. And Hope, darling, welcome home.
Harry!
Money!
Harry!
awfully late for a little girl to be out, especially on a night like tonight.
Oh, just trying to scrape together a few coins before the late night rush is off. Got one to spare?
Well, sure, little Sally. I'm in a good mood tonight. Here you go.
Gee, thanks. Say, Officer Lockstock, I was thinking, we don't spend much time on hydraulics, do we?
Hydraulics, little Sally?
You know, hydraulics, hydration, irrigation, or just plain old laundry. Seems to me that with all the talk of water shortage and drought and whatnot, we might spend some time on those things too. After all, a dry spell would affect hydraulics too, you know.
Oh, sure it would, little Sally, but, well, how shall I put this? Sometimes, in a musical, it's better to focus on one big thing rather than a lot of little things. The audience tends to be much happier that way, and it's easier to write.
One big thing, huh?
That's right, little Sally.
Oh, then why not hydraulics?
Run along then, little Sally. I wouldn't want you to miss last call. Miss Pennywise won't hold the gate forever, you know.
Oh, yeah, right. Thanks for the coin. Bye!
What a night.
Everything cleaned up all right, Mr. Barrel?
Sure, same as always. Did you hear him scream though, Mr. Lockstock?
Old man Strong?
Yeah, all the way down to, Urinetown.
Yes, I heard him, Mr. Barrel. But then they all seem to scream in the end now, don't they? As their long journey into exile comes to a close and the spires of Urinetown peak above the horizon, they scream then, Mr. Barrel. They most certainly do.
I thought he'd be different.
Different.
Yeah, old man Strong always seemed a bit tougher than the rest. I was hoping you'd kind of surprise us or something.
One thing I've learned in my years enforcing the laws of this city, it's that the journey down to Urinetown offers no surprises, not even from the very toughest among us. On that journey, expect only the expected. It's a hard, cold, trouble of a journey, worthy of a gurney, of a fall down, a slap, face, smack with a lace, surf to the bases, or stumble down. It's a path that leads you only one place, before a one of three traces stumble down. It's a hard, cold, tumble of a journey, trouble of a journey to Urinetown. Julie Cassidy went to a room behind a tree, saw there was no one who could see her plea.
But me!
And Jacob Rosenblum thought he was safe up in his room. Didn't know the jars he kept up there. I'm gonna take to Urinetown! Well, there are those who think I'm ambitious,
Overly malicious!
a bunch of brutes, but it's we who gather for the people,
Tavern to the steeple!
little awful brutes. Our task, bring a little order.
Swindle out a hoarder!
For those who learn, as the book says, certainly a season.
Trample on treason!
With hobnail boots. He's out.
Sweet out!
Joseph, old and strong, tells his keeper much too long. For his son might bear him out. His guess was good, but also wrong. Years passed, all within a jungle, scooping out a bungle, nature's bowl. Like, oh, constipation, certain aggravation took its toll. To learn how road trudging, organized function, take to fall. So, if peace is what you're after, then Urinetown's the rafter to hang it on.
Julie Cassidy, Jacob Rosenblum, Jacob Rosenblum, Joseph
like
Then
them.
don't be like them, don't be like them, don't be like them. It's a hard, cold, tumble of a journey, worthy of a journey of humble death. Slap, takes, slap to the mix, serve to the base, the stumble down. It's a path down, it's you only one place, far above the beach, it's a tumble down. It's a hard, cold, tumble of a journey, worthy of a journey of humble death. Well, off we go then, boys. Happy hunting.
So, have you made plans for your journey yet?
To your town.
To Rio, of course.
Yes, to Rio. Well, had to squeeze Cladwell a little bit tighter for our monthly payoffs, extortion fees, and bribes and such.
Torture, Mr. Lockstock. It appears we're no longer alone.
Well, I'll be.
If I'm not mistaken, that there's his daughter.
Oh, so it is. And all grown up, too. Oh, Miss Cladwell. Awfully late to be out, don't you think?
Hello, officers!
Well, if I didn't know any better, I'd say you were on a late night behind the bushes to relieve yourself for free kind of walk.
Oh, no, officers. I was just coming home from work. First day.
Long hours.
Oh, just like us.
Well, there's some kind of big vote down at the legislature tonight. Lots of faxing to do.
And copying, I imagine.
Oh, yes, and copying.
Miss Cladwell. Your father mentioned the size and purity of your heart. He neglected, however, to mention the size and purity of your beauty.
Does beauty have a size, officer?
In some countries. Well, Miss Cladwell, I would take care of these streets late at night. There's no telling what some people wouldn't do for a few coins.
Especially with the new fee hikes and all.
Oh, I'm not afraid of people, officers.
Oh, no?
No, not really. Everyone has a heart, you see. And if you know that, you need never fear a soul.
Everyone.
Everyone.
Even criminals.
Even criminals.
Even policemen?
What?
Body strong.
Out a bit late, don't you think?
Just taking care of another late night rush is all. There's talks of fee hikes. People are getting edgy.
Are they? Well, I'm glad to hear you were otherwise engaged. Wouldn't want to put you under suspicion for taking a late night behind the bushes.
I don't have to do that anymore, officers. Not while I work for Penny, I don't.
But you're still gonna keep your head on the clouds now, don't you?
What do you mean by that?
What he means is, you're a good boy, Bobby Strong. Make sure that you don't end up like your father.
And how did my father end up?
Well, we're off. Our work's never done. Good night.
Good night, officers.
Good night, Bobby.
You were rather brave with them.
Oh, I don't care for policemen. Not those two, anyway.
Policemen protect the peace.
Do they?
Usually.
Didn't I see you down by the amenity this morning?
Oh, that was me. I was rushing off to work. First day.
Find your way all right?
The gleaming tower on the hill. Couldn't miss it.
Beautiful.
It's rather shiny. That's true enough.
Did you mean what you said to those two police officers about everyone having a heart?
Well, sure I did.
Well, because mine feels awful cold just now.
Cold?
Or empty. One of the two.
Well, not because of me, I hope.
Oh, no. Because of something I did.
Bobby, we're freezing with the woman. I'm a little short this morning.
Shorter than yesterday. Just like Rome.
Or, rather, something I didn't do.
Well, if it's cold, then it still must be there, don't you think?
Unless there's a vacuum where it used to be.
A vacuum? In your chest? Well, that sounds so implausible.
I did something wrong is all I'm trying to say. I can't seem to get it out of my head.
The vacuum?
My action. I let someone down I love dearly and I feel really bad about it.
Well, maybe that's nature's way of telling you that now's the time to lift someone up.
Really?
Sure. You think you'd be feeling as bad as you do if you didn't have a heart?
I don't know. I suppose not.
Of course not. Because then you'd be dead. When darkness surrounds you and you lose your way, you have your own compass that turns night to day.
my heart, but to where?
To wherever your heart tells you to go.
Even there?
Even to the clouds, if that's what your heart commands. What's it saying now?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know how to listen to my heart.
You have to listen carefully. Here, let me try.
Do you?
Well, there it is. It's saying, we all want a world filled with peace and with joy, with plenty of water for each girl and boy. That bright, shining world is just waiting to start. No anger or sorrow, just cleanness tomorrow. If only you follow your heart. You see there? Even your heart knows you should follow your heart.
Peace and joy? Plenty of water? I guess I do want those things.
There's something else your heart was saying. Maybe something I shouldn't have heard.
It was?
I think so. It was barely audible, but I definitely heard something.
Well, what was it?
Let me try again. Maybe I can make it out this time. Oh, there it is! So faint. It's saying, follow into the open air, far from squalor and noise. Follow someone who's waiting there, someone who shares all your hopes and your joys. Someone is waiting there. My heart was saying those exact words just the other day.
It was?
Sure it was. Squalor and noise, hopes and joys. Why they were telling me about all those things?
I didn't know two hearts could speak as one.
I didn't either. Until now. Here, listen.
Someday I'll meet someone whose heart joins with mine. Aortas and arteries all intertwine. It beats so much stronger than they could apart. Make chambers of my soul to hustle the love in our heart.
Love is kind and considerate. Love is peaceful and fair. Love can creep up so suddenly. When you least think of it, your love is there. We all want a world filled with peace and with joy, with plenty of justice for each girl and boy. That bright shining world is just waiting to start. No anger or madness, just laughter and gladness. If only I follow your heart.
Bobby. Strong.
Good night, Bobby Strong.
And, good night.
Hope.
Good night, Hope. I won't forget what you said about the clouds in my heart.
And I won't forget what you said about the laughter and the gladness. Wait, when will I see you again?
Well, I'm afraid in this darkness you can't see me at all. Bright shining new world is ready to start. I can feel it. Meet me at amenity number 9 tomorrow. I'll show it to you.
does little Sally. He's the hero of the show. She has to love him.
Yeah, everyone loves Bobby Strong. What's it like, Officer Lockstock?
What's what like, little Sally?
You're in town.
Oh, I can't tell you that.
Why not?
Because it's a secret, that's why. Its power depends on mystery. Okay, I can't just blurt it out like, there is no Urinetown, we just kill people! No. Oh, that information has to be oozed out slowly. And burst forth in one mighty cathartic moment, somewhere in Act 2, with everybody singing and things like that.
Oh, I get it.
I gotta be going. Time for the next scene.
The next morning at the Mindy with the new beehive sardines?
That's the one. It's all over to little Sally. And keep her head down.
And so, with this piece of paper, the UGC awards Public Amenity Number 9, the first of its new and entirely legal fee hikes, which we hope will all honor and enjoy.
Enjoy, legal, etc.
Of course, no one knows better than the good people in your good company how difficult times are. But research into finding the lasting solutions we need is expensive. And so, for the time being, our decision is firm. And we look forward to going to Rio with our new province. I mean, we look forward to finding lasting solutions and things like that. Good luck, Miss Pennywise. We'll see you in, well, you know where.
Come on, Miss Pennywise, you can't do this to us. It'll be off to Urinetown for a lot of us if you do.
That'll be all to Urinetown for me if I don't. Now get in line, have your money ready. The new improved fee-hike money, that is.
Miss Pennywise!
Bobby Strong, where the hell have you been?
I'm sorry I'm late, but I was up all night thinking is all.
Up all night thinking, is it? You work here now, Bobby. You don't need to go in the bushes anymore.
Oh, no, I wasn't.
Like father, like son, that's what I say. Well, let's get to work.
But it was about my father that I was thinking, Miss Pennywise. About what happened to him. About what's happening to all of us.
He broke the law yesterday, Bobby. That's the end of it.
But what if the law is wrong?
What did you say?
I said, what if the law is wrong, Miss Pennywise? What if all of this is wrong?
You got a sweet-looking head, Bobby. A sweet-looking head. But you keep it up there in the clouds. Day after day after day, and it's got to come down from there. You hear me? You keep your head out of the clouds, Bobby Strong. You keep it out of the clouds.
Off in the distance, there's a beautiful horizon.
All right, folks, you know the drill.
Gleaming and radiant, it's what I'll keep my eyes
Same as
on.
it's always been.
As the world turns to face the sun and start the day, suddenly occurs to me that maybe we can find another way. Look at the sky, full of hope and promise. It's a shining ideal how I reel when I look at the sky.
Who's first? I am.
Ma!
All right, we'll take your fee now, Mrs. Strong. You improved fee, that is.
Daily we make them pay their nickels, dimes, and quarters.
But this is all I have, Miss Pennywise.
Daily we break them because we have to follow orders.
Nothing to enough, Mrs.
And we
Strong.
keep filling money bags with broken lives and dreams. But what's it for? I can't ignore these black immoral profit-making schemes. Look at the sky, high above this madness. Here below, feel our shame. It must stop in the name of the sky.
Here's all I have, Bobby. Is it enough?
Hold on to your money, Ma.
Really? The fee is the law, Bobby Strong. She'll abide by it or she can join her husband.
What if there's a new law in town, Miss Pennywise? A new law that didn't come from any voting process or elected body or process of judicial review, but a brand new law that came from an organ. That's right, a muscular blood-pumping organ. Like this one, right here.
A muscular organ?
Can't you see, Miss Pennywise? Well, if this one's too small for you, why not try this one on for size?
It's blinding me!
Look at the sky. There's a great big heart there. There's a heart in the sky. But just don't ask why. It's the sky.
Don't do this, Bobby, you'll regret it.
No, I don't think so. Come on, Mom. This one's on the house. For everyone. Forever!
Your heart knows all things great and true. Your heart points to the great big blue. With the people's allegiance the soul.
Tell me where.
Look at the sky.
The sky. Got the sky.
Begin when we look at the sky.
Bobby, what's to become of you? What's to become of all of us?
Look at the sky.
There's a beautiful
There's a wide, mighty, proud, David pride in the sky.
in the sky.
You'll be off to Rio then, I imagine.
I've already got my ticket.
Good work on the floor of the legislature there, Pitt. I heard that was touch and go for a while.
Well, once I saw your Beaches of Rio slideshow, that seemed to convince them. Just as it convinced me so many years ago. God, I wish I had never met you, Colwell B. Cladwell.
Sorry to interrupt, Daddy. Just thought you'd like your morning classes.
I hope, darling, you're absolutely glowing.
Well, it seems that the office work agrees with her. All that faxing and all.
And the copying.
Oh, yes, and the copying. You're a good girl, Hope Cladwell. I used to be one once. Then I met your father.
A good girl?
You heard me. 526, 527, 528.
Daddy, can I ask you a question?
Sure, Hope dear, what is it?
Do you believe in love?
Love? Why do you ask?
Just wondering. Well, I met this
I'm
boy.
sorry to interrupt, Mrs. Gladwell, but we have a little problem.
Caldwell. Long time no see.
Miss Pennywise.
Anyway, number 9. The people there have rioted.
They're peeing for free. I tried to stop them.
Sir, the assistant custodian is refusing to take people's money. A young man by the name of Bobby Strong.
Bobby Strong?
They've rescinded the Public Health Act.
And the Water Preservation Act.
Can they do that?
Strictly symbolic, sir. The crowd gathered there is just an infinitely small percentage of the population as a whole.
I don't understand.
I would-
Daddy, what's going on?
I wouldn't expect a big and pure heart like yours to understand.
Mr. Barrow and I are ready, Mr. Cladwell. Just give the word.
Word.
It's a powder keg out there, Cladwell. Well, I've got a plane to catch.
You're not going anywhere. Not until we nip this unpleasantness in the bud.
Nick, how so?
Oh, you're a clown. Then what would you do if the very foundation of your life's work was threatened by the rabble-rousing son of a convicted criminal?
Look deep into his heart and find out what made it pound so angry.
Angry, you say? No one gets angry at me, not without beating.
Beating? Daddy, beating people is wrong.
Life is a beating. The sooner you learn that, the better.
Then life is wrong.
Oh, Embrace it.
Life should be beautiful.
Life is many things, Hope dear. Look deeper, you'll see it. I do. I see it everywhere. A little bunny in a meadow. He's nibbling grass without the hair. He's so delightful as he comes. You say, hi, bunny, he stops for you. You pull the trigger and he drops for you. Goodbye, Bunny Boo. Hello, Rabbit Stew. Get me, boys.
You tell him, boss.
Don't be the bunny. Don't be the stew. Don't be the dinner. You have better things to do. That ain't no joke. That's why it's funny. So take your cue. Don't be the bunny. Don't be the bunny.
Daddy, we're talking about people, not animals.
Well, people are animals, Hope dear.
With huge incisors and big floppy feet?
Look closely, Hope darling. You'll see them. I do. I see them everywhere. In a bunny at its home. He needs a measly 50 cents. Our little bunny didn't have it. Poor bunny simply hasn't got the brain. He begs for mercy but gets jail instead. Hustle feathers in the air as the bunny gets the chair. See the moral, people?
Clear as day, boss.
Don't be the bunny. Don't be the goat. Don't be a loser. You're much better than that, Hope. You're on the power. You're in the money. Advice to you.
In Ray the bunny.
Don't be the bunny.
A little bunny in a toll booth.
You heard me.
But Daddy, bunnies don't drive cars.
Don't they?
No, actually I don't think they do.
Live long enough, Hope dear. You'll see many things.
Even a daughter doubting her father.
A little bunny in a shoebox. He thinks he's found a brand new home. So snug and cozy in the closet. And then you open up your closet door. What's that bunny in my closet for? With a mallet and some clippers. You find out new bunny slippers. Grasp the message staff.
Right behind you, boss. Don't be the bunny. Don't be the shoe.
You don't accept the low one who steps is you.
You're stepping up to red and sunny. Step on the
Oh,
Don't be the bunny. Don't be the bunny.
wah, wah. Get ourselves together. It's time we go and bag ourselves some rabbits. Let's go!
One at a time, everyone will get a turn.
Listen, all right?
Here's some cash for you, Mr. Strong.
Hold on to your money, friends, and relieve yourself in happiness.
A busy day so far. The busiest on record if these books are right. How are the urinals holding out?
A little spillage, but nothing to be concerned about. The people are happy. That's the main thing. Everybody from
Let it go on, explain. Bobby Strong.
We've taken over this amenity. The people here pee for free.
This is my amenity, Fox. Now take these people away.
What's happening?
Well, it's the Act 1 finale, little Sally. This is where Cladwell arrives to snuff out the uprising. It's a big song and dance number involving the entire cast.
Snuff about uprising? But what about Bobby's dreams?
Oh, little Sally. Dreams only come true in happy musicals and new Hollywood movies. And this certainly isn't either one of those. No, dreams were meant to be crushed. It's nature's way.
This may not be a musical officer's livestock, but it's still a musical. And when a little girl has been given as many lines as I have, there's still hope for dreams. Bobby!
Hope?
Bobby, what are you doing? I told you to follow your heart, not seek an amenity.
I did follow my heart, Hope, thanks to you.
The American won't take much more of his uprising, Caldwell. Bobby's a street boy, but not sweet enough to sweeten that spillage. Not by a long shot.
The amenity will take as much as it has to, Miss Pennywise. The days of deprivation are over for these people.
The days of deprivation have just begun if this madness continues 1 moment longer.
Sure, Mr. Cladwell. That's what you've been saying for 20 years. And for 20 years, we've waited for long-term solutions that never came. Well, we're done waiting, you see, for a new day has dawned today. The day of hope and happiness. A day where the idea of human dignity is no longer a forgotten notion, but a living, breathing reality. A day, this day, where the people pee for free because the people are free. Free, people are free. How can we enslave us? See, how can we be free from the chains he gave us? We're suffering now, such lives of sorrow. Don't give us tomorrow, just give us today. Free, people are free. How can it be? Enslave us. See, how can we be free from the chains he gave us? We're suffering now, such lives of sorrow. Don't give us tomorrow, just give us today. From every hill, every steeple, bring out the anthem of the people, making a new way, making a cloud of parade to sing of today, sing of today, sing of today, sing today, sing today.
Perhaps it's best to stay back by your father. The police will charge soon.
Your father?
Charge? Daddy, these people need understanding, not brutality.
On the contrary, oh darling, these people need a little brutality exactly. What was the last night?
Daddy, wait! He just wants her people to be happy. Isn't that worth something?
Happy, you say? Happy? So you want happy Mr. Strong? You want happy Mr. Strong? If they meet today, I'm sure they'll be as happy as a pup. With no rules and no more fees to pay, things would be looking up. But too bad the water that we share could fit inside a cup. Think of tomorrow, Mr. Strong.
But what of today?
And what of tomorrow, Mr. Strong? Think of tomorrow, Mr. Strong. Our resources are as fragile as a newborn baby's skull. With your actions, they would death a child and leave a lifeless home. Could it be you're so short-sighted, so insensitive, so low? Think of tomorrow, Mr. Strong.
But what of today?
You are wrong, Mr. Strong. You're in a socialistic wrong. If the people free and push the system to the brink. If today this village towers out, tomorrow we'll not stink. If it's you and me, now Mr. Strong, which one of us will think? I say it's you, Mr. Strong, for on the subject of tomorrow. You are wrong! What's the last stop? Prepare no mad!
Everybody into the amenity. We'll be relatively safer in there.
Bobby, why didn't you tell me you were going to start a revolution?
Maybe for the sake same reason you didn't tell me you were Gladwell.
The same girl I was last
The
night.
girl last night would have joined us by now, Hope.
I can't fight against my father, Bobby.
And I can't not fight against him. So you can join us or you can stand aside.
Stand aside.
You heard me.
Bobby, think you're standing on the brink. You'll be arrested soon, perhaps as soon as you. And I can never bear to see you take it where the guilty peers meet the toilet judgment
Set
scene.
to follow your heart. That's where my heart leads. Now I'll do my part to banish all needs. You made me to see fantastically clear. Once we both be free, with nothing to fear. Words were like seeds, my first days in life, they grew into deeds. Riots are time, today not tomorrow, and the lights are gone.
He'll testify you paid one today, Mr. Stone. Your rebel is no match for my men.
He's right, Bobby. He's got 1, 2 men. And we're all so free.
Release the bill, Mr. Stone. It's time you stir up to take your body there on the man.
Release! No one's holding her!
You can punish our bodies, Mr. Gladwell, but you can never punish our spirits!
Punish our bodies.
You never reach any punishment on my body!
Punishment is all you'll ever know.
Body celebration, come on, what we do. We're in a relaxed to come on me, brothers we never see. How we fuck you, Bobby, please, there's nothing to love you.
Looks like we're in a real tight spot, doesn't it?
Your fellow revolutionaries seem to think so.
I suppose we should leave.
They won't let you leave now.
Not without you, they won't. Which is why you're coming with us.
Coming with you? Bobby, I told you I can't fight against my father.
I told you I can't not fight against him.
How can I come with you and still not fight against my father? Unless... Oh, dear God, Bobby, no!
From every We've got your daughter, Gladwell, and we're not letting her go.
Bobby, what is in the name of the sky? You are coming with us!
We're walking after you, Gladwell, and you're going to let us. That is, if you care about your daughter.
You're making a terrible mistake, Mr. Stone.
Let the girl go, Bobby. She's done nothing wrong.
Don't let the girl go, and follow me.
Boss, what do we do? Seize them!
No!
Let's don't let them get away!
Help me! Help me!
Now run, everybody! Run for your lives! Run!
Well, that's it for Act 1. As you can see, the rebel corps are making their getaway with Hope as a hostage. The rest of us have been thrown into confusion because we're all moving so damn slowly. So we don't get to catch them. Not yet. Enjoy intermission, and we'll see you shortly. changed a bit since last we saw each other, so I'll bring up to speed on a few things. As you may remember, the Rebel 4, under Bobby's leadership, kidnapped Hope, and were using it as a shield to escape due punishment from my man. Now, word has it they're holed up in some secret hideout somewhere. Perhaps this one here.
Where's the hell is Bobby? They hold up the crow and little Sally. They should have been back by now.
The cops probably nabbed him hours ago. It's only a matter of time before our whereabouts are tortured out of him. And then it's Urinetown for a lot of us.
What's it like, do you think?
Urinetown? Don't ask.
No one knows for sure.
I've got my suspicions.
Oh, yeah?
Sure, kid. Everyone's got their suspicions. I know I do. What is Urinetown? Urinetown's the end. Swift and brutal punishment, no need not to pretend.
The trap goes sprung and then you're hung. When they cut you down, they'll box you up and ship you out and call it Urinetown.
They'll box you up and ship you out and call it Urinetown, town, 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 town.
Dance!
No, never do they dance. Those people down in Urinetown, they never get the chance. Dancing, forget it, never not a note, unless it's at the bottom of the road.
So don't get your hopes up. And I say if they're not back soon, we do to her what her father was ultimately going to do to us.
Yeah.
Now, people hear lots of things about Urinetown, of course, and that's just the way we like it. Well, for example, a little boy once asked me,
Is Urinetown actually a nice place to live? Gingerbread houses and golden froggy canals like Venice, but different.
I didn't say yes. I didn't say no either.
I want them down. I want Hope released, and I want Bobby Strong punished.
Well, we're working around the clock, sir. But, as the sign says, it is a secret hideout.
Enough of your excuses, Lockstock. You have weapons. Use them. What is Urinetown? Urinetown's a tool, an instrument of power to enforce my iron rule. So send your troops to all the streets and let them understand. If Hope is not returned, it's Urinetown for all the land.
If hope is not returned, it's Urinetown for all the land, 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 land.
Dance! Dance! Do they think I'll dance? Those people with my daughter want to make me change my stance. Stand and forget it, never not annoyed. I'll teach them not to take from me what's mine.
We should hurry, sir. Get the emergency planning forum is late.
Yes, the quorum! Ah.
That was a close one, Bobby. I thought Mary saw us there for
Oh, we'll
sure.
have to keep on our toes now, at least until we got the rest of these memos distributed to the rest of these custodians around the city.
Do you think they'll join us?
It's hard to say. They were scared like we used to be scared. But if it's true what they say about everyone having a heart, they'll have to join us. What is Urinetown? Urinetown's a lie, a means to keep the poor in check until the day they die. I did not shirk their dirty work, but things are different now. We'll fight for right with all our might until we win somehow. We'll fight for right with all our might until we win somehow. How? Dance, dance, listen to them dance. My heart is like a stallion racing through a great expanse. Canyons of freedom, that's where it promotes, performing coronary somersaults.
Your heart is like a stallion?
I'll explain later. Come on, let's go.
Whoa there, little Sally. Tell me where they're hiding and I'll make sure things go easy on you.
Easy on me? You mean like sending me to the nice part of Urinetown?
That can be arranged.
Save it for one of your other stoolies, Officer Rockstock. My heart's with the rebellion. And besides, the way I see it, I'm already in Urinetown. We all are. Even you.
Me? In Urinetown.
Sure, the way I see it, Urinetown isn't so much a place as it is a metaphysical place. What is Urinetown? Urinetown is here. It's the town wherever people learn to live in fear. So look around, you finally found the place you asked about. For Urinetown is your town if you're hopeless, down and out.
Oh, Urinetown is your town. When you're hopeless down and out.
How?
enjoy what's left of the show. Little Sally, well, what do you mean by metaphysical?
All right, that's it. I say 5 more seconds, and then she gets the rope. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Jeez, that was a close one. Cats crawling all over the place. Little Sally, where the hell have you been? Spying near the tower is all. Gladwell and Fifth and Miss Pennywise. They was all meeting up there. Some kind of, I don't know what you want to call it. A quarrel of some kind.
That's it. She's getting the rope.
The rope? But wait a minute! You can't just give her the rope!
Why not?
Because killing her would make us no better than them. Oh, hadn't you heard, little Sally? We are no better than them! Worse?
What do you think they talk about in those quorums they got up there? How good we are? Now listen up. Any second those cops are gonna come busting in here and bust us up like overripe cantaloupe. So I say as long as our juices are gonna spill over this floor here, her juices are gonna spill too. Gladwell juice. Then we'll just see who's better than who. Look at her there, all bound up, gagged and tied, with her head full of hair and her heart full of pride. Well, boys, I've had enough of each arrogant curl. Bing, bang, boom, let's get tough, playing rough, snuff that girl.
Snuff that girl? But killing people is wrong. Then why does it feel so right? Look, us here in a hole on the land with our hearts full of fear. What a wreck, what a sham. Little cops will be here busting heads mighty quick.
But we'll beat them to the punch when we snuff out that chick.
We tried doing what we should.
Wasn't glad.
Then we learned that feeling good.
Doing bad.
Nuts, big old nuts, to the tree, to the tree. Looky here, here's the acorn from Gladwell I see. The tree is the nut, and the horse when it's round.
He's what we say for winter, so let's snuff that girl. A big!
Big!
Bang, bang!
A big bang boom!
Boom!
Yeah!
Okay, now snuff the girl! Yeah! Snuff the girl!
Okay, now go!
Snuff the girl! Yeah, girl! Yeah, girl! Roll the dice, place your bets. In this miserable world, that's as good as it gets. Now let's live it up, eat the oyster and the pearl, and let's get this party jumping. Really get it pumping. Get this party jumping. Yeah, let's stop that. Stop that girl.
Now let's bring our message of hate to the world!
Whoa, easy there, bub. Listen, a message like ours works only under extremely unbalanced circumstances.
Ah, such as we
Exactly. Now get the rope.
Yes.
That's right, the rope!
That's right.
String her up. String up the criminal daughter of the criminal urinal cheater, Miss Gladwell.
Yeah.
Come on.
No one's killing anybody around here.
Why not?
Because you like it, that's why. But Mommy, we're so afraid and maybe killing her would make us feel proud for a moment.
Friends, I know you're afraid, but this has got to be about more than revenge and the vicarious thrill of stringing someone up who can't defend herself.
Why? We want to hear revenge for her father's crime. I think he's just in love with her. That's what I think.
Maybe I am. And maybe I made a promise up there. A promise that from this day forward, no man would be denied his essential humanity due to the condition of his pocketbook. That no man in need would be denied help from one with the means to help him. Here and now, from this day forward, thanks to you and you, we can look into the face of our fellow man and not only see a brother, but a sister as well.
What the hell's that supposed to mean?
What did he say that?
I don't remember him saying that.
All I remember him saying was, run, Ricky, run!
Well, that was in the heat of battle.
Oh, that's right.
That's right.
Here
you go.
Y'all gonna make the first real catch, yeah?
And in the heat, the actual hotness about it, the cry of freedom sounds something like, run, freedom, run away. My friend, you have to run, freedom, run away. That freedom sound will shine someday. So then you better run, freedom, run away.
I'm frightened!
As well you should be. You see, freedom is scary. It's like a blast of cool wind that burns your face to wake you up.
Literally?
Yes, it's a trickle of sweat.
It's a trickle of sweat.
Dripping in your ear.
Dripping in your ear.
Still you have to run away. So don't you fret. Freedom, run away. There's a great land on the trail. And good intention on the trail. Oh, I'm so now that great big land of ain't no time to relax. Run, freedom, run.
child.
Freedom, run away.
What do we do now?
The police will be on the lookout for us now, that's for sure.
When the time comes, we fight the police.
But how?
With blood, guts, brains we have to. It may take years. And some of us will almost certainly not make it out of the revolution alive. Maybe all of us. But fight on we will. For the future decades necessary to give freedom to the people of this land.
Decades?
How about a real plan?
I've got a real plan.
Miss Pennywise, how did you find us?
No one knows the sewage system like you do, Bobby. I thought I'd find you here.
Or you?
Gladwell would like to speak to you, Bobby.
What about?
He wants to discuss the situation with you man to man. He realizes now how unhappy the people of the community have been, and he wants to work at a solution with you, peacefully.
Now that's a shortcut.
But that will save us a decade of struggle.
But can we trust him? Mr. Gladwell doesn't want to fight. He just wants his amenities up and running smooth and natural. It's all he's ever wanted.
What do you think about Sally?
I think it might be difficult for your love to grow with hope tied to that chair for the rest of her life.
All right, I'll go.
Bobby, no. What if it's a trick?
That's just a chance I'll have to take.
Yes! What about the girls? The girl stays here.
Any funny business that she gets it. You tell that to Gladwell.
All right, I'll tell him. But likewise with the girl. Do anything to her, and he gets it. You get me?
Well, be careful.
Hang on, Hope, darling. We'll have you out of here in no time.
Hello, Hope.
So, this is the brave new world you were telling me about.
I understand if you're angry with me, Hope, but your father gave us no choice.
They may not have taught me a lot at the most expensive university in the world, but they taught me this much. Kidnapping people is wrong!
Really? They taught you that there.
I thought we had something special together, Bobby.
We do have something special together, Hope. But until freedom rules the land of this people instead of fear, love has about as much chance as a baby bunny drowning in a vat of boiling water.
Maybe less.
I didn't mean to drag you into all of this, Hope.
And I didn't mean to. I don't know what I meant to do.
To your heart, Hope. I think the answer to what you're looking for is there. Deep down. Somewhere among the tissue.
Wait! When will I see you again? When darkness surrounds you and you've lost your way, you have your own compass that turns night to day, and it's even with you before you depart. Be still, spirit beating, it's leading you. Oh, Bobby.
You caused quite a bit of excitement these past few days, Mr. Strong. Got a lot of people around.
This is just the beginning, Mr. Cladwell. The people have only begun to fight.
You're fighting my daughter against her will. Is that how the people fight?
They fight by any means necessary.
The streets are still ours, Mr. Strong. Your people are just holed up in some underground sewer.
They'll be up.
Sorry to interrupt, Mr. Cladwell. There's a disturbance over at public amenity number 32. Number 15 as well, words begun to spread.
And people are getting all the rest, waiting to see what young Bobby's gonna do next.
After he meets with you, of course.
Of course. Mr. McQueen. Do you remember the stink years, Mr. Strong? The early years when the water table started to drop and they just kept dropping? No one thought there was much time, so many of us did, well, question thing. There was the looting, of course, and the hoarding. And the riots was like there was no tomorrow, for there was no tomorrow. But there's always a tomorrow, if you're tough enough to cling to it. which is why I asked you here tonight. Now, many of you think that I am an evil man.
Oh, no, not you.
No, the truth is, I'm no more evil than you or Miss Pennywise or any of those poor people that you insist on trying to lead. I'm just a simple man, trying to cling to tomorrow every day, by any means necessary.
What happens when the drought is over?
Over? Well, we can always hope, I suppose. But until then, we must continue with a regimen of controlling consumption by the regulating mechanism of cash.
Ah, yes, the regulating mechanism of cash.
Now, Bobby. I want you to have this cash. And I want you to tell the people that the powers that be grant full amnesty to all those that were involved in the criminal activities of the past week, provided they accept the current fee schedule and the improved fee schedule as authorized by the legislature. And, Bobby, don't let it happen again. And enjoy your trip to Rio.
So many tomorrows.
Yes.
But I'm afraid my conscience will cost you more than a big pile of cash, Cladwell.
Really is an awful lot of cash, Bobby.
Free access is the only cash I care about.
I thought we had an understanding, Bobby.
Well, then understand this. If there really is a new way to find the bright new world, we're going to find it together. All of us, not just the wealthy few. And that means free access.
Free access is impossible.
Well, then that's what I'll tell the people.
Stop! We won't return to the stinkers, Mr. Strong. I'll not allow it.
Caldwell, what are you doing?
It took me my entire life to build this company. From paying off the police to bribing the political elite to crushing the popular resistance like a naughty baby bunny in the palm of my hand. My right hand! And I've centralized all power to a pinpoint spot right here, between these two ears. And I'm not going to allow some dreamy-eyed boy who doesn't even remember the stink years to ruin it. Now seize him!
Don't do it, Caldwell. There's no telling what they'll do to the girl.
That's just a chance I'll have to take.
Yes!
He really is as evil as they say.
Think just because I love my daughter, I'll stop clinging till tomorrow?
Caldwell, what are you saying?
I closed my heart to love once. I can do it again. She takes him to Urinetown then. With all haste, fly over so I'll start. With all haste.
You lied to us, Cladwell! Cladwell!
Why did I listen to that man? Why did I listen to the nature of his plan? And when he talked, I should have walked, I should have balked, I should have ran. Why did I listen to that man?
I want Lawrence's police headquarters. We need all hands on deck tonight. Now, you, stay with me. We need to see to these disturbances. And then,
Yes, Cladwell.
assemble the legislature. I need full authority for the coming crackdown.
To get my hands dirty with the bad business? Not your life.
Oh, what are you kidding? Who are you kidding, Flip? Your hands are as dirty as a child's after sandbox time. No, don't worry, they'll have plenty of time to wash them. You can wash them at the banks of the Rio del Rio. Now go. Now you, come with me.
Why did I listen to that crook? A little bribing cash is all it really took. That's how that craven toilet maven made me king and I'm your schnook. Why did I listen to that crook?
You lied to us, Cladwell! You did one thing and then you said another! That's what you did, Cladwell! That's what you did!
Come on then, young Bobby. You can't keep screaming all the way down to Urinetown.
But what about Hope? She's still with the others. What happens to me happens to her.
What happens to you happens to all of us sooner or later.
Rather later than sooner, I'd say.
But not to Hope, please, God, not to Hope!
Now we finally got you. Now you're in our claws, captured in our city of laws. There's no trial or jury, nothing to discuss. Now the law is speaking through us. You'll get Urinetown, off you go to Urinetown. Away with you to Urinetown. Now no more fuss.
Let go of me! I have to save Hope!
There's no sitting Hope down, Miss
There's no saving you.
Oh, yeah? Well, then take that! And that! And that! And a few of these!
Why did I listen to that boy? He spoke of hopes and dreams and filled me with such joy. How can I know he loved me so, as if for show was I his toy? Why did I listen to that boy?
So what's it like? This Urinetown I've heard so much about.
Then we should show ya!
And what's this? Where are we?
You my boy stand at the threshold to a brand new world.
The door is in front of you. Step through and Urinetown awaits.
Door. More like a railing. And pigeons. What is this, a rooftop?
And a drop.
A decisive drop.
I guess I still don't understand.
Never fear, time of understanding is at hand.
Welcome then to the very gates of Urinetown itself.
Why did I listen to that cat?
Why did I listen to my dad? I went to work for him. He said he was so glad. Was he sincere? Well, now I fear that I've been had. Why did I listen to that?
This is Urinetown. Yes, Urinetown.
Dad, my 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 dad.
Look, that's public amenity number 47. And the legislature. And my boyhood home. Like, we're just standing on top of the UGC headquarters building. And this is our town.
Yes. Yes, it is.
So how can it be that we're in our town and in Urinetown at the same time? Unless... Oh, dear God, no, you couldn't have!
Oh, you go then!
Wait! You're just gonna throw me off this roof and that's supposed to be Urinetown? Death is Urinetown?
That's one interpretation.
Why did I listen to my
A shovel and a mop, Mr. Barrel. You know the drill.
What's taking them so long? They should have reached an agreement by now. Gladwell's not one to silly-sally.
All night. The sirens. Maybe they're celebrating.
Bobby won't let us down. He's a good boy, my Bobby's strong. If anyone can find a way to freedom, he can.
Yeah, but if he doesn't, then we kill the girl, right? Because that's still a plan.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves now, shall we? Little Sally, what is going on up there?
It's...
Yes?
I saw Bobby.
Yes.
I don't think the meeting went very well.
Why would you say that?
Well, they threw him off a building.
But little Sally, what are you saying? Who threw who off a building?
Bobby, the policemen, they threw him off a building.
The police threw Bobby off a building?
They couldn't have done such a thing. We still have Clemo's daughter. Well, they did.
Is he alright?
Well, is he?
Oh, Bobby, the policeman came soon enough. a short time. Ours was a love that never bloomed, yet in that love there lives a brand new hope. It's calling out to you. Its call is soft and gentle, tame and fine. It's docile and benign.
A pickle in the brine. What did I say? That isn't what I meant. I've lost my sense of scent. I fear my life is spent. No one is innocent.
No one is innocent? What do you mean by that? I don't know. He started fading in and out after a while. It was a miracle he was alive at all. The fall was so horrible.
Was he talking about me? How could he say I'm not innocent? Not innocent of what?
Not innocent? Who the hell does he think he is? Come on! Wait to me! There's more! He said, tell all the people. Tell them the time is always now. Tell them to fight for what they know is right.
I've lost my sense of sight, and yet I see them. I see them standing hand in hand. I see them standing hand in hand.
And
Take them plan to plan. There still is hope. I see it in this land.
If only,
If only.
Yes?
and then he expired. Bastard Gladwell lied to us!
He took my Joseph, and now he takes my Bobby.
Who'll lead us now?
We're lost! Lost, I tell you, the rebellion is over! Destroyed with a shove!
What do we do?
I tell you what we do. We do to her the same thing they did to Bobby.
Yeah, that's how we do this! Her what they did to him!
He's everything.
Or you could take me instead.
Miss Honeywife, Caesar!
Yes, do what you need to do, but please spare the child.
Woman, you've been grabbing and conniving all your days. Why so giving now?
Because Hope is my daughter. And I am her mother. Yes! Yes, Hope, it's true. I am your mother. The one-time lover of Caldwell B. Cladwell.
Stop it!
Slattern!
Call me what you will. But it was during the stink years, you see. No one thought they had much time left, so many of us did questionable things. There was the looting, of course, and the rioting. But there was also the fond farewells, the late-night trysts. Life was an explosion filled with riots, chic cabarets, dancing girls. Oh,
And love?
yes. There was love like there was no tomorrow. For there was no tomorrow. But there always is a tomorrow of some kind or another. After you were born, your father made me promise never to reveal my identity to you because I was somewhat of a strumpet back in the day, you know. But never in my wildest times ever did I think
Enough!
Yes!
My heart is telling me many things right now, as you can all well imagine. But one thing is bellowing louder than anything else, is that when there's wrong in the world, we must right it.
Who
I may need a little help.
Someone get that.
I'll help you, Hope.
Yeah, help me. Come on. It's the worst of
It's like 5
She's right.
You did a wonderful thing by coming here, Miss Pennywise. Mom! But if you can reform yourself, we can reform a lot more than you know. Ladies and gentlemen of the rebellion, if you want to do to me what they did to Bobby, I wouldn't blame you. Caesar! But if this righteous rebellion were to peter out in Bobby's absence, I would blame you. All of you. Kill me, and the rebellion dies with me. Let me lead you, and the rebellion will triumph.
Lead us?
She's mad! Leads you to the very nerve center of my father's empire.
I've got the key.
The guards know not to question me, but once there, we'll question Daddy. Oh, we'll question him plenty.
Why should we trust you?
Because Bobby, your hero, loved me, and I loved him.
Oh dear, on behalf of the people of the rebellion, perhaps we, in time, might be able to love you too.
What do you say?
Come here.
Hello.
Now listen to me.
I like the rope idea.
She does have a nice hair.
Right.
It's all we really need, isn't it? Love. Now, let's go do to them what they were ultimately going to do to us.
Alas for saving water, man his daughter up for death.
Playing it on your Stradivari. He's not sorry, not a shred.
Sorry, he's not sorry. He's not sorry. He's not sorry.
As for me, this sewer system is. I'm going back down to give it another look. You stay here to guard the street.
Mr. Lockstock, you ever wonder if we're doing this wrong? All this killing?
It may surprise you to learn that sometimes I do. But the health and security of this town are my primary concerns. I love the people of this town very much, Mr. Barrow. Cladwell's edicts may be their only chance.
I love you very much.
I see.
My love, the people, not a people in the air.
Then ask my love, cried and sorry. Now you're sorry, you're up there.
Very capable of fighting the legislature on my own, you know.
No offense, Senator, but Mr. Cladwell didn't want you flying the coop. What with the coming crackdown and all?
Well, what if I am flying the coop? What if I'm about to get on the very last plane out to Rio? What would you say to that,
Can I come? Keep racing, need the knife. Let their blood flow like Campari. We're not sorry, and that's life.
Any word from Lock, Stock, and Barrel, Mr. McQueen?
Not yet, sir. They're still searching the sewer system.
That's where they'll be hiding hope, I imagine. I just pray that when we meet in heaven, she'll find it in the vastness of her heart to forgive me.
Giving up on me so soon, Daddy?
Whoa!
Miss Cladwell, what an unexpected surprise.
Is there any other kind?
Oh, Hope, darling, thank God you're safe.
Not safe yet, Daddy, but I will be. Soon all the people of this land will be safe.
Most of us, anyway.
What?
It's all over, Caldwell. We've come to take you away.
Take me away!
To the same place that you sent young Molly and old so-and-so!
Wait, or could it pay your illegal criminal behinds?
Hope, darling, what's the meaning of this?
I've joined the revolution, Daddy. As for you, it's time that you've joined the expat community in Urinetown.
Gasp! Hope, dear, you're making a terrible mistake. You need me more than you know.
The only thing we need now is freedom, Daddy, for the people.
And love?
Oh, yes, and love.
I used to think the way you did. I used to think that way too, but that was before the stink years. Now worldwide ecological devastation has a way of changing a man. You're too young to understand this now, Hope dear, but there really are more important things than love. Food, water, shelter, for example.
And piles of cash.
Oh, it wasn't just cash, Miss Pennywise. It was an awful lot of cash. So long power,
Mr.
so long money, I'm the money this time round.
Remember when our nights were starry?
Aren't you sorry?
Sure, I'm sorry.
I'm not sorry, just
Take him away.
Nothing, do you hear me? Nothing! I may have been a bad father and a cruel and vicious man, but I kept the water on the street and the pay in the ground! I kept the water on the
Oh, what next, Miss Clarabelle?
Well, now is the beginning for all of us. Now is a new day, regardless of race, class, creed, or criminal history, can come together as one people and share the fruits of our labor as one. Now is the dawning of a new age of compassion and the right to do whatever you like, whenever you like, with whomever you like, in whatever location you like. Ladies and gentlemen, now is the final day of an age of fear, an age that lasted far too long. Today marks the first day of a new age. A new age
Don't say it!
of hope. I see a river flowing for freedom. I see a river just in view. I see a river flowing for freedom. I see a river straight and true. Come to the river flowing for justice. Come to the river rendezvous. Come to the river flowing for justice. All for the people, me and you.
And Hope took over her father's business, instituting a series of reforms that opened up the bathrooms to all the people to pee or prepare. The UGC was renamed the Bobby Strong Memorial Toilet Authority and was operated as a public trust for the benefit of the people.
Officer Lockstop, where'd you go?
Just keeping my head down, little Sally. Something you should learn to do.
Aren't you scared the rebels will see you?
Oh, I may be a cop, but I'm also the narrator, so no one can touch me. Not if they want the show to end.
So many people being at will. Thanks to the rebellion, the world is a much better place.
Now, as cruel as Caldwell B. Gladwell was, his measures effectively regulated water consumption, sparing the town the same fate as the Phantom Urinetown. Hope chose to ignore the warning signs, however, preferring to bask in the people's love for as long as it lasted.
What kind of musical is this? The good guys finally take over and then everything starts falling apart?
Like I said, little Sally, this isn't a happy musical.
But the music's so happy.
Yes, little Sally, yes it is.
Such a fever! If only I had a cool, tall glass of water, maybe I'd have a fighting chance.
Don't you see, Mrs. Strong? The glass of water's inside of you. It always has been.
It has?
That's right. Don't you know what you are?
A river!
That's right. We all are. You are the river. I am the river. He is the river. She is you. All are the river. Flowing for freedom. Flowing for justice. Let's leave you. We see a river flowing for freedom. We see a river just in you. You see a river flowing for freedom. You see a river straight and true.
I don't think too many people are going to come see this musical Officer Lockstock.
Well, why do you say that, little Sally? Don't you think people want to be told that their way of life is unsustainable?
That and the title's awful. Can't we do a happy musical next time?
If there is a next time, I'm sure we can. Well, that's our story. Hope joined her father in a manner not quite so gentle. Mr. McQueen opened a bottling factory just outside of Brasilia, which did rather well until the Amazon dried up. Then he moved. As for the people of this town, they did as best they could. But they were prepared for the world they inherited, weaned as they were on the legend born of their founding fathers' scare tactics. But when the water dried up, they realized their town for the first time for what it really was, what it was always waiting to be. This is your in town. Always it's been your in town. This place is called your in town. Hail Memphis! Hail Memphis! Thank you, and good night.
You're in town's the end. Swift and brutal punishment, no need not to pretend.
The trap door sprung and then you're hung, and when they cut you down, they'll box you up and ship you out and call it you're in town.
They'll box you up and ship you out and call it you're in town, 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 town.
Dance! No,
Never do they dance. Those people tell you you're in town, they never get the chance. Dancing, forget it, never not a note, unless it's at the bottom of the road.
What is you're in town? You're in town's a tool, an instrument of power to enforce my iron rule. So send your troops to all the streets and you come understand. If hope is not returned, it's you're in town for all the land.
If hope is not returned, it's you're in town for all the land, 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 land.
Dance, dance, do they think I'll dance? Those people with my daughter wanna make me change my stance. Stand and forget it, never not annoyed. I'll teach them not to take from me what's mine.
What is you're in town? You're in town's a lie. A means to keep the poor in check until the day they die. I did not shirk their dirty work, but things are different now. We'll fight for right with all our might until we win somehow. We'll fight for right with all our might until we win somehow. How? Dance, dance, listen to them dance. My heart is like a stallion racing through a great expanse. Canyons of freedom, that's where it promotes. Performing coronary somersaults.
What is you're in town? You're in town is here. It's the town where ever people learn to live in fear. So look around, you finally found the place you asked about. For you're in town is your town if you're hopeless, down and out.
You're in town, it's your town. When you're home.